I will identify myself as a male. It appears on my official document, like driver's license and all that. And hey, I do not like. Well, I mean, how would you otherwise identify yourself? Unless you will manually, accumulate money and do the surgery to correct your documents. I don't see it. I got work to do. Come on. You can expect the people to be like, already underpaid to do additional stuff that is not related to work. You have to finish what's to be done and then get off work as soon as possible. No, it will be like cleanup and evidence issues. Then everyone else will look at you in a very awkward way. They are way more organized to the level that you don't want to compare yourself to. They're entirely different thinking patterns. Stuff that just come out of absolutely nowhere that you don't even know where that came from. Doesn't that sound like some cases that was like, oh yeah, color homoker kind of thing? She isn't technically involved in the sex act, but she does get those people to be involved. I don't know what other things that may have been used, but it does carry a certain degree of resemblance over there. Which way am I gonna get positioned? First of all, I'm not gonna get checked on both ends because people will have weird stuff that happens to them when they got foreign objects that have not been cleared for disease control to be entered. There's the lady from Houston who wears a diaper and drive it to Florida. So the last one, there's nothing wrong with that. Look like a pizza delivery guy. I don't mind trying that. Perhaps my partner will be delivering instead of myself. Because if women have to have the need to order pizza, they have other needs to be fulfilled because they have other options for a more classy type of meal. Well, inside the house I don't have a problem. Okay, that's a little bit too much. It depends on the attachment decorations. If it doesn't seem to scratch, yes, that's okay. I mean, if it peels up your penis, it isn't going to be very fun at the end of the day, would it? Well, it depends on how you choose your condoms. If you're choosing one that's thick enough so that you don't have to have anything in order to fill it in, then that will make sure they have stuff to pleasure about. Perhaps when you get a little aroused, you might want to start working on it. Put it on. There might be fasteners or other things that you may utilize to get it tighter on the base of your genitalia. None. Zip. No. Zero. Not any. Not going to have any in the next 5 years. bookstore, grocery store, parks, theme parks, school, library, the internet perhaps, the Humane Society. Public washroom aren't even sanitary enough for me to get in to do normal business with it. I like the opposite sex. But then again, there are other stuff to do with guys in general that is not intimate enough if you are referring to as like. It's a nice thing to have. And it gets you tax breaks. Dude, if you get married to someone, you'll be spending more than that for an hour of pleasure. The best location at her place with some witnesses so that when weird things happen, I don't get arrested. Don't they have the option of never? I mean, if you say a lot, people will think you're a nut job, and if you say never, you may have appeared to be a little bit more polite in the front of this freaking camera. You know, if you manage to come onto Betty's and walk all the way upstairs, you're missing something. It may or may not be myself. It may or may not be Brian or whoever comics that's going to be on stage. But then, if you manage to show up with your male partner, make up with them on the audience area so that I can watch some live action on stage. Happy Valentine's Day. You know, pleasuring other people manually, that will be a very good start.